And she was just a myth. A whisper in the hostel halls, a name too dangerous to say aloud. But at Sacred Heart Secondary, myths don't die, they wait. She was once a woman loved and betrayed. Now she walks with purpose, searching, watching, and when you hear those heels, it's already too late. Before the story begins, hit the like button to support the channel, subscribe for more haunting tales, and turn on notifications, because not all footsteps can be outrun. Now, let me tell you the story of Lady Koi Koi. In the village of Ogudu, when night falls, the brave stay indoors. For deep within the thicket, beneath a dead sky, lies Sacred Heart Secondary, a place the missionaries built, but left behind when the shadows grew teeth. No lights burn here, no prayers remain. The buildings crumble, the grass swallows the paths, but every so often, the air remembers her footsteps. They say she returns when the moon dares to look down, not to teach, not to love, but to punish. The girl's dorm lies frozen in shadow. No candle, no torch, no hope of dawn. Just the hiss of silence and the sound. They say when you hear the shoes, it's already too late. Red heels, gleaming, perfect, moving. Some say they were a gift of love. Others say she was buried in them. Either way, when they appear, she is near. Before she became a whisper in the dark, she was Amara, a woman whose laughter sounded like rain tapping gently on a tin roof. A teacher who walked with purpose, eyes lit with kindness. And him, Daniel Oju, headmaster of Sacred Heart, stoic, respected, bound to duty, but not immune to longing. It began with silence, not absence, but the kind of silence that lingers between glances. He watched her when she wasn't looking. She smiled when he passed, holding his gaze just a little longer each day. The staff room became their sanctuary. But when they were in it, the air changed. She poured tea. He noticed the curve of her fingers. He offered books. She touched his hand by accident, then didn't pull away. In the quiet space, between marking scripts and closing lesson books, they became something more. She laughed a little louder with him. He stayed a little later with her. They found corners of Sacred Heart that no one else noticed, behind the classroom block where the mango tree grew wild, inside the chapel where pews creaked and secrets echoed. Under that tree, the river whispered of forever. Amara, dreaming of shared names and morning kisses. Daniel, calculating the risk in each heartbeat. Her joy was a flood. His silence, a dam. No. That was all he said. Not how are you feeling, not when is it due, just no. The head of Sacred Heart looked upon her not with concern, but contempt. His child, his sin, denied with a sneer and a clenched jaw. In that moment, something in Amara broke, but what shattered inside her would not stay buried. They told her it would erase the shame, the child, the memory. But in the dark belly of the earth, the gods listened. She drank, not knowing that with each drop, she was trading one life for something else. That night, Amara died, but she didn't leave. They buried her before dawn, a quiet burial. No family, no hymns, just shame and silence. But the dead are not always dead, and not all graves keep what they're given. As the cock crowed and the staff slept, the soil cracked, and from the wound in the earth, she rose. At first, they thought it was a rat. Then, maybe the wind. But the sound grew, measured, rhythmic, deliberate. She did not knock. She did not speak. She just walked through walls, through silence, through memory.
Daniel Oju slept.
But peace is not gifted to men like him. Every night, she visited. Not with screams, not with violence. The mirror doesn't lie. And Daniel could not unsee.
The room still smelled of ink and laughter, but it echoed only dread now. Daniel had not spoken in days. The other teachers had left. They knew, and he could feel her. Behind every shadow, beneath every breath, she waited, just out of view.
Every night she walks, not to curse, not to scream, but to remember and to search for the man whose silence buried her, the one she once loved, the one who turned away when she needed him most. They say she passes the same spots every night. The fig tree where they laughed, the corridor where he kissed her hand, the office where he said it was over. Coy, coy. Her heels echo not with fury, but with longing. She is not looking to punish. She is looking to be seen. And until Daniel sees her again,
They say it's just a story, a warning, a bedtime tale to scare restless students. But the sound is real. The footsteps, they never stopped. Some nights, you hear them just outside your window. Other nights, they walk the corridor, just past your door. She's not here to hurt you, but she is here, still looking for Daniel, for closure.